Hi everybody, this is Pam and it is Free Friday. And I don't know about y'all, but I need a free Friday. Oh my goodness, it's been a great week. It's been a fun week, but I feel like I'm behind, obviously, because yesterday I was supposed to do a throwback Thursday and I just now put it out today. And I think I'm going to put this out Saturday just so I don't have two on the same day. But I went with my sister-in-law over to Pioneer Woman Reed Drummond's restaurant in Pawhuska, Oklahoma. And we stayed 2 nights in a bed and breakfast over there, the Maybell, and which was an old historic home. And it was like a bed and breakfast, sort of like, I mean, they didn't do meals, but you had the run of the whole house. You could go all through the house, and it was gorgeous. It had like, you know, like a grand piano in the front room, and just a beautiful, beautiful house. So we got to do a lot of talking and do a lot of eating, and then more talking and then more eating. Perfect weather. I mean, the Lord just blessed the trip so much, and it was just a perfect. She lives about 4 hours away from me now, and so rather than one of us driving 4 hours, we both drove 2.5 hours out to Pawhuska to the Pioneer Woman, and we got to go to the lodge. I don't know if you guys know who she is, but she's on TV with cooking, and she has a whole bunch of cookbooks and things. And they have the lodge where she shoots her cooking show is open to the public like 2 or 3 days a week usually. And so we got to go out there and look at her kitchen, and it's just lovely. If you have a chance to go there, it's really worth the trip. And then she has the restaurant, which of course the name is slipping my mind right now, but the Mercantile, that's the name of it. And then they have a pizza restaurant that they've done, and they have a ice cream shop that they've done, and then they have another store with all of her merchandise because she's in Walmart, and she has a clothing line, so she has a whole store. But it's like a fancy, lovely, wonderfully designed store full of all the merchandise, so it looks completely different than it does when you go to Walmart. Plus her whole line is in there. And but the restaurant was great, and she has a little store within the restaurant, and then she has a bakery upstairs with lots of cute chairs and couches and tables and things that women love. So it's definitely a girl trip. If you haven't done it, think about it. And my sister-in-law and I got to talk. We wanted to do some talking about prayer and the Lord and just the Bible and some things that sometimes you just need to be face-to-face to talk about stuff. And so I just feel like it was such a blessed time, and I'm so glad we did it. But you know how that feeling is, where it's wonderful, but then you get home and you you feel like, oh dear, I dropped the ball. What am I doing? What am I supposed to catch up on? And so I think I am just going to try to relax and have fun drawing for a moment. And you know, when I do these, I go out to Pinterest and look for inspiration, and look for Google look for doodling and examples, and there are lots of things out there that you can either make a little sketch of as inspiration, or you can do a little screenshot and print it out, I guess, you know. And so I try to have a little something on the side to look at least, to help me think about what I want to do. Mine never look exactly like theirs because mine's mine. And you know, when you doodle, you end up doing things you want to do, which is great because then it looks different. But Anyway, so that is what I have been up to. And you know, something that had happened was my husband does all the driving. We live in a small town. We drive into town probably at least once a day. So he drives. And so, I used to drive. I mean, I went from, at one point in my life, I was driving 40 miles one way to work on a highway and in the city. And then I lived in the city and was used to driving in the city and all that. And now I have just gotten so out of the habit of driving. And so when this trip came up, I'm like, yeah, no problem. But driving 2.5 hours to a place by myself, and I hadn't been before, so I was really praying about that. I'm like, Lord, please help me drive, help me. And then on top of it, I'm going in for cataract surgery next week. And so also, Lord, let me be able to see what I need to see to drive. And I have only one cataract. The other one eye's fine. So that's why it's safe for me to drive. So don't be worried or mad at me. I do have one good eye. And so that was, but just, I think it wasn't so much that I couldn't see, but just concerned about it. So, and I'm also, I can't remember, I probably have mentioned to you, but I decided that this semester, so to speak, we have prayer groups, connect groups they're called at our church. And they go in semesters like fall and spring, and then we have a summer one. And you can do whatever subject you want if you want to do one, and just put it out there and people sign up. And so I decided to do 3 this time. Just put them out there and see if anybody's interested, because you can put one out and it doesn't mean people are going to sign up. So I did one on Kenneth Hagin's book on faith, and I did one on Kenneth Hagin's book on healing, and then I did one on Joyce Meyer's book called Battlefield of the Mind. And so, and then I have some individual one-on-one Bible studies that I'm doing with people, pretty much on those same books. And so, like, my sister-in-law is doing the faith one with me and another one of my friends, and a couple people are doing the faith one with me. So it keeps me in it. It's not that I'm a saint by any means. It's just that when I go through the lessons with other people, it's just one more time that I am learning it too. So it's good for me, good for them, but it's also a lot. So again, made me kind of anxious when I was gone, like, oh no, catch up. So I have a Bible study tonight. It's a group of women, and it's going to be fun and good, and haven't seen some of them for a while, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so let's see. And I try to create things that I can put a quote behind, as you know. So I'm going to do, I think, a couple of these feathers or leaves or whatever it is. Could be either one. And then I'm going to put a quote with it. Okay, I think I'm going to stop for today. And this one, I'm just going to leave it in black and white, I think. Unless, who knows, maybe I'll come back later and put color. But anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.